what is happening? They are given an extended time where they can do anything that they are supposed to do before they are deemed adult. So you can also be assured to say, in their adulthood, they are not going to be doing weird things that they were supposed to be doing when they were young. Because psychology says when you skip a stage, that stage will still come out in your later years. So that's another trend. Another trend that is out there is overemphasis of core subjects of mathematics and literacy. Overemphasis of core subjects of mathematics and okay, so most of them they are placing emphasis on core subjects of mathematics and literacy. Children are supposed to count. Children should be able to write. But they place little value on holistic development. They place little value on holistic development. It's an extension of that. Overemphasis on the core subject and little value on holistic development. When we are talking about holistic development, it means the play part, the art part, the science, the social science part, and physical education or social emotional development is not taken into consideration that much. So emphasis is placed on core subjects of science and literacy, that little value on holistic development. For example, less value on play, art, science, physical education, instead, literacy and mathematics. Instead, literacy and mathematics and standardized testing. Instead, literacy, math, and standardized testing have become the focus of the curriculum. They have become the focus of the curriculum. Increase control over students and teachers. That's another trend. increase control of the students and teams. Another trend is prescribed curriculum. The curriculum that has been prescribed in advance. Another trend is privatization. Okay, do we have any questions before I move on? The next one is technology. Technology. So I have left out increased control of teachers and students, prescribed curriculum, and privatization. I haven't I didn't say anything on that. And the other one is technology. This is one other area that's kind of controversial in the sense that it is said that the use of technology is questionable in young children or with young children. The use of technology is questionable for young children. However, it is flourishing all over the world. It is questionable, but it is flourishing all over the world. So my question would be, why should the use of technology, the ECD, be questionable? You think it's safe to use technology in the schools? And if yes, why? If no, why?
For the young one?
It will affect the language and speech.
It will affect their language and speech? How?
Instead of spending time, like for the young ones, instead of spending time socializing with their friends, they'll be like on the TV and they'll not, like they'll delay in learning.
Okay. True. Another reason why another reason why that is not ideal.
For me, it is.
It is?
Yes.
Okay. Talk to us.
As we are all aware that nowadays without technology, you're doing nothing. Just like when you are trying to teach children, young ones using the technology, it means you're creating their own future. So when it comes to use something like that, they have the time whereby children go to watch TV. Like they spend almost like 15 minutes watching the TV, exploring, watching some different teaching movies and the like. So these things are trying to make them understand that the world is going at a good place now. We have to follow this. We have to do this and that, so that they can be able to adapt to the new world.
Was it this class where we said kids learn better through imitation and observing? Okay, so as we are going through this, what I normally tell you is you should bring in that knowledge to argue such kind of things. But then I thought to say this is how children learn. But then how do you expect a child to learn when they are before a screen? So technology is also deemed to say personalized learning. Like you say, children are going to be inferior in as far as language acquisition and socializing is concerned. Because yes, we would want to make them be up to date. But we're talking about someone who's about 1, 2, 3, 4. What are they updating themselves to? In as far as technology is concerned. What are they updating themselves to? So when we are saying no to technology, it's not like completely or entirely no gadgets, but at least they should be given time, enough time to explore, enough time to hands-on. It was also in this course where we talked about hands-on learning, something that's important in the little ones. So if someone is simply sitting behind a screen and watching Vivo or whoever doing stuff, it's going to have an effect in their brain, yes, but something else is going to miss. You talk about emotional intelligence. Yes, you can arouse emotions on the screen, but we are talking about emotions where the child is actually engaged in feeling and taking care of the emotions and moving on. How are they going to explore using their senses? It is the sense of sight that is being stimulated in hearing, yes, but how about the touch? How about strengthening the limbs and all? So, this is something that is on the table out there, because it is said that the use of technology is the new silver bullet. So there is a group of people that say the use of technology is the new silver bullet. This is going to support the development of all children, and at the same time, they think that technology is going to be in a position to fix the achievement gap within the children or within the educational system, because the child will be in a position to sit and study things that she is not being provided within their immediate classroom. But then, much as it may sound real and it may sound true, this has got no reason for a person to believe that this is really something that is going to do good to the child. Because we do not know what goes on in the mind of the child or in the brain of the child when they are using, say, a tablet or when they are using a screen to learn. But again, no research exists to show that nothing happens as well within the mind of the child. So, it is very important that the child should spend more free time playing outdoors, regardless of the weather. They should learn to make meaning of the real world instead of sitting in front of a glowing screen and playing games or educational games that they claim to say these are educational games. By the end of the game, the child is going to learn ABCD. So, children need to read using their imagination. Children need to go outside and play. But hey, another trend that is happening out there is more technology in the classes or in the ECD centers. So much as we can argue, but it's a trend that is happening out there. Are you going do we have any questions? So what I would want, before I move on to the Malawian trends, what we do in ECD in Malawi, I would want to ask you, there was a few things that I didn't explain here. Apart from technology, there was organization, and the other two, what are they? Prescribed curriculum, and the other one? Increased control over students and teachers. So I want you to find out, when we are talking about prescribed curriculum, what is it? And if the curriculum has been prescribed, what is that going to achieve within and among the schools that are out there? If the curriculum has been prescribed. Okay, in Malawi, whoever wants to have an ECD, early childhood education center, this is what you are supposed to follow. How is that going to be your? So I am not going to matter, you are not going to present, but for your own knowledge. So knowing us, no one is going to look at that. That's a free flow. But unfortunately, maybe what if I decide to bring it during an exam? Okay, so let us look at our own setting. What do we do? What are the practices that are happening within Malawi? Okay, before most of you were in, I was saying, it looks like Mukamai Mamaya, so however you guys are doing, there is cheating of some sort that is happening. Cheating? Yes. How? I don't know. You tell me, how do you do it? Unfortunately, you haven't sat for any exam. If I can take these papers and I be serious, I'll actually tell you, you were cheating or you were passing on information from one person to the other, or is minimally bad if word for word from something that I gave you. So you write the first essay, I look at it, I know this is your English, and then I go to the second essay, I read it, I actually know this is no way you can write it. I have the first essay that shows how you can write. The second one is not mine, but something that I gave you that you just took out and placed it there. So, if you guys are going to continue doing this, then I'm going to go a step higher to make sure that the questions that I give you are nowhere to be found in your notes. And life is going to be harder. Because when I'm saying it's nowhere to be found in your notes, not goody, this is sponsors messing up with this, but that which is going to call for your highest thinking. I gave you a question that was asking for culture and religion and something. Religion, race. Yes, something that had to do with religion, moral, and something else. And you get to see 2-3 papers that are from the same part How is that possible? Michael.
Group work.
Okay, group work, and then you were going to vomit each word after a noun after everything else like that. Talk to me about this sensory motor stage. What is with the child is able to shake their head, and the child is able to say no by shaking their head, and they cry when they. Where did you get that? The sensory motor stage. I gave you another list of things that you're supposed to explain. Then there was the sensory motor. And the child is able to shake their head and blah blah blah. And that came out in almost, when I say almost, not everyone, but in almost all the papers. I'm not going to spin it on anyone. Is it my turn?
I think that the speaking plan for the university is not something like when we are writing an exam, when the people are taking the same course are sitting like on the same line or just close like eyes and here, so we can just easily share the ideas. The other thing is just like the duration here is not such serious. You find that the video is just outside or based on the phone. So
Anything can happen.
yes, and people do enter into the examination with the phones and the like, so it's easily achieved. So don't be surprised.
I think some of these lines are really coming from the wiki and stuff. Zoning and things about it. It is when the baby is crying or when it feels pain by shaking the head. This change usually takes place within the first 2 years of the child's life. This one. Do you know what Wikipedia is? Is it a trusted source?
No.
Do you know that I can wake up today and put something, define something on Wikipedia and then it stays there? So apart from that, there was also, I think I've got about 3 of them where I said I felt cheated. And I tried as much as possible not to be annoyed, not to react, but I said I'm going to talk to you guys. In the next life, if we are going to meet again, or during the end of term, please make sure that doesn't happen again. Otherwise, maybe that's honestly a thing. We should have learned. Don't. Oh, challenging time. Mambo kama kani. From everything that you write, at least you get a mark out of it. But anyway, I hope it's on paper. Kama akuzintaji, msamaha kuget, ama ziwa ni, ziwa ni mbali, this is coming from somewhere else. It's coming from the student, the special master.
How do you?
How do I know? That's the process you're going through is what is important. So this process that you are going through is what helps you to be in a position to do that. That's why I say psychology is very important. It's going to help you in a lot of ways. That is why even after here, you'll be in a position to work in different organizations. You may not only be within social workers, you can also do something else because of that. When they say teachers are jacks of all trades, that's where that comes from. In a place where you find someone very organized, you find out they've got a teaching background. So as you're going through this nonsense that we are talking about, it's shaping your mind somehow. So for now, you may not know it, but when you go out, you are going to appreciate. So if you're not going to read a lot, you also come out up there. If you're going to wallow in it full throttle, you're also going to come out someone that's sharp. Okay, enough of that. Malawian trend. It's something that is not really valued as of now. Very powerful development. The trends that are there, or the interventions that are there, they are there isn't much uniformity within the practices that are happening. But at the same time, there are very few registered ECD centers that are following the rules and guidelines that are there. So we are going to look at some of these things and then see how far behind we are, or see what are some of the similar ways that we are following the global trends. Are we within it, or we are still behind? What is it that we can do to make sure that we are also practicing what our friends are doing? And I'm trying to see, where should I start? Do I need to talk about the whole? So currently what the government is trying to do, there are strategies that have been put in place to make sure that we should also be up there. The government is trying to increase equity and accessibility, or increase access and equity, to make sure that each and every child should have access to these ECD centers. But at the same time, every child should have that fair start in life. So currently, we do not have that. You go to Nchewu of the world, you may find that an ECD center is only within the town. If I know there is a town, what do we call it? The TC, the training center. That's where the ECD you may find. But if you go into the villages, you will hardly find places where little ones gather and then they learn. So, as a nation, we are still trying to we should have an increased access as well as equity to make sure that every child should have a fair start in life. And apart from that, there is also an effort whereby they want to improve on research and monitoring as well as evaluation processes or activities to make sure that they should start researching what are the current trends, what is happening, why is it that we are not offering or every child doesn't have an access to ECD. So they are trying to put in place improvement in as far as research development and monitoring and evaluations are concerned. So you can also graduate from here to say this is what I am trying to do, or this is what I am going to do, or this is I am going to dedicate my life to coming up with a curriculum that ECG centers are going to follow. So as you're going through the corridors, you may discover that by the end of the time you finish exams, you already have your own organization in a governmental organization whereby you say, I am going to concentrate on this. These are the gaps in as far as early childhood education is concerned in Malawi. And again, working towards establishing a stronger early childhood education, the Malawian government is also trying to strengthen leadership, partnership, and coordination. This one is done through the increasing or by creating the fora for key stakeholders, including the civil societies and donors, so that they can strengthen the ECD or the early childhood education by coming up with policies and others. I should rephrase what? Strengthening leadership and partnership and coordination. So I am saying the government is trying to strengthen leadership, partnership, and coordination. And leadership, partnership, and coordination is being strengthened by creating a forum, like a forum, by creating a forum for key stakeholders. When we're talking about these stakeholders, we're talking about the government, civil society, as well as donors. So, creating the forum. I think Bambino has got its own program where it visits ECDs and educates teachers or caregivers in one way or the other. Right. Okay, so let us look at what is it that we are doing in the ECD center. So, the trends that are currently happening in Malawi, we do not have the uniform curriculum. There is no uniform or there is no prescribed curriculum. No prescribed curriculum. When we say there is no prescribed curriculum, what does it mean? There is no prescribed curriculum. No prescribed curriculum, what does it mean?
There's no described or advanced curriculum.
Not described or advanced curriculum. I open a school, I can do what I want with the students, not the learners or the young ones. But currently we have seen the mushrooming of different types of curriculums that are being studied out there. But there is no, in the government, we know there is primary school, we know there is secondary school, then we know there is a university, which is the tertiary. But when you look at the ECD centers, they are not directly connected. They do not really fit in the Ministry of Education, yet they are part of it. So when you look at it, we don't hear about the minister or the Minister of Education going into nursery schools to find out what is happening or what are the trends that are happening. Do we have a government nursery school that you've ever seen?
No.
Okay. So privatization is on the higher end. Most of the ECDs are privately owned. That's another trend that is happening. So we don't have a nursery school that belongs to the government. So for us, early childhood education is standard 1, 2. I think that's pretty good. What is another weird thing that you observe in Malawi as far as ECD is concerned? Some of the ECD centers that you're going to find are the ones that have been managed by World Vision, others are managed by ActionAid, others are managed by Somebody Cares, and other organizations. But when you go into these areas, you will find that what are their areas? What are their areas of concentration? What are the children going through? What are they learning? From one CBO to another one, are they learning the same thing? You may discover that they are different. If anything, one is targeting that the child comes and they feed them per lunch. That's the most important thing. So they will pick. Another trend here is we don't have qualified teachers, no qualified personnel that deal with these guys. So what they do, they will simply pick someone who has gone as far as Form 2 within the village, or as far as Form 4 within the village, and that's the one who is going to teach the young one. So you and I know teaching a child is not as easy as it sounds. You need to know the level of understanding, you know their attention span, you know their abilities, capabilities, and all that. The knowledge of the child, you need to have that for you to have a herd of children that you can take care of. So here is someone who has just been picked to say, okay, from 3 to 5, please make sure you are going to be with these children. What are they doing? Feeding color, and so on and so forth. There is a level of stimulation here, because what is the use of Ntano 1? Ntano is very important. Our international students. Ntano, what is Ntano? Whether you call it fables or folktales, what is the use? What is important? Or why is it important to tell the young man
Imagination.
Imagination?
Yeah.
Also in the
After the folktale, there is a moral, right? The moral of the story is 1, 2, 3, So the moral of the story is persistent pain. The child has learned. The child is imagining a people and the person. How does that happen? And yes, it's going to have some level of stimulation, but is it enough? Is it holistic? What kind of play the local one. So if they are out to play, they are driving a car whereby they've got a shoe inside the shoe and they are pushing it around. So, yes, they are pushing the car, but this car doesn't have tires. This car doesn't have anything to stimulate them to say, how does this work? If I dismantle it, what am I going to find? It's just a brick or it's just a shoe, and they are pushing it. So my point is, we've got early childhood education centers that they are not manned by trained people, but at the same time, we don't have prescribed curriculum. Only those that have been privatized, those that have got, they are owned by people, then they are going to have the Montessori kind of curriculum, then there is the other one where they write, by the end of the day, they write Cambridge exams and all that kind of stuff. So, only those are the ones that are going to go through a proper kind of training. However, one Montessori to another Montessori, you are going to find the trains are different. Any other thing that you have observed in as far as Malawian trains are concerned?
Relax material, control material.
The life material?
Yeah.
The life material. That's true. You find in the nursery schools or the early development, education centers, you also find that the resources are not enough. The human resource to the resources that the children are supposed to be created. Okay, however, much as we've got all these variations, but as a country or as a nation or as a government, there is a move whereby they want to improve the legal and institutional framework. So the government has resolved to develop what is known as an ECD Act, whereby it wants to provide standards for ECD centers. It also wants to accredit ECD centers. It also wants to stipulate the roles and responsibilities for the management of the ECD centers. So, maybe as years go by, we are going to be at a place where we can also say that the ECD centers are also attached to the government format. But for now, the goal of it is to have both the legal as well as the institutional framework, including an act that is going to be enacted entirely to function. By then, they were saying to function by 2014. So for now, this is 2026. Have you ever heard of such an act? Can we go find out if there is an act? Or maybe somewhere, somehow, there's a school for, there's a community center that's managed by the government. I've never heard of it. Maybe it's something that we need to research and find out. All right, any questions so far? What are the strategies of education measurement? What are the strategies of education measurement? To the children, are they given exams?
Things like improvement.
How is the assessment? That's what I'm talking about. How is the assessment done?
Just like you do some oral conversation with the kids, just their senses. Okay, are they able to touch or feel or even taste?
I think by the ability, if they are able to write, if they are able to sort the correct shapes in the right order, if they are able to differentiate between colors, that's how you can know if this child is improving to go to the next level.
Alright. Have you ever seen a school report of a toddler? How it looks like? Yes? Who has ever? Okay, what's reading in the school report?
One of the things,
Mm-hmm.
for example, my new cousin, they were need to like, okay, he's doing good, but all he's doing is like mathematics, counting, and information also. Like I'm doing the one in that, he's not like a bad.
How old is he? 3. So, 3 years of doing math?
Or not math, but counting, or mathematics, like chemistry.
Alright. So that's the only remark that's there? Do they have subjects with remark?
Yeah.
Miss Lico, talk to us. That's a big year. Okay. So what against Jehovah, what do we have? What kind of a remark comes against Jehovah? As in the performance through writing?
Yes. Because some children used to go to school with learning materials, and they leave it there.
They leave it there. This is how old are these ones?
My sister, but then she was 5.
5. Okay. At least 5 someone is able to write it.
Yes.
Okay. So normally, as we are saying, depending on the part of the early childhood, others will be expected to write, but the kind of writing is still minimal. But most of the times, assessment is done through observation. So when the teacher has given them a guided play, when we say a guided play, is the kind of play that has got an outcome that is expected to bring out something within the child. So the teacher is supposed to observe, how is this one doing? From the first day that they tell me they were able to do this, they were not able to do this, but as days go by, here they are able to sort, they're able to answer questions, they're able to play with their fellow friends, their speech has changed. So that's the kind of an assessment that is supposed to be brought out. But as they are growing further or older, it is expected of them to be able to, not even just counting, but they should be able to write the numbers. They should be able to write their names, they should be able to write their age, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's part of what is happening. But even on the same, I would say you find one ECD center in Malawi doing one thing, the other one is doing another. So as the trend is, we would want to make sure that my child is able to write her name at 3 years, because that's the best thing that will happen. But psychology will tell you, yes, writing your name at 3 years, that's the best thing that a child will do. But there are other things, better things that they can do before they start doing that. So, because we do not employ people that are cognizant with child development, we have a lot of problems in our ECD centers. They are not uniform. The curriculum is not uniform. The human resource is also, they are not professional. the resources within the schools are also not enough, let alone talk about technology. Technology in our classroom or in our centers is also something that it is absent. If technology is about gadgets, if technology is about information fair and good, but if technology is about tablets, computers and all, it is very rare that you are going to find an ECD that has got a computer for each and every child, or that has got a tablet for each and every child. However, we are trying to be advanced because in most of these places you will find a TV even available where the child is going to be shown stuff. The writing songs and all that they can be beamed on a screen. Otherwise, if you do not have any questions, let's stop here. Those of you that haven't collected your assignments, not assignments that you need to make, please do so. And
Isabel.
Just my, what do you want, just, sir. Just my, Mr. Rambla, Dr. Three. Sorry,
Okay, what you're yeah.
I don't know,